The first flower we're going to learn about is the daisy. This is kind of what a daisy looks like, and when you think of a kind of generic everyday flower, it will probably be the daisy. I like to think of them as centralized flowers or star flowers, kind of, because they have this central part that is, the pistil, like we talked about, and then the petals kind of radiate out from the center. Notice that this is nature we're looking at, so the petals aren't all perfectly aligned in a nice pattern. They're kind of the same shape, but they overlap over the top of one another. There may be one sticking out kind of cockeyed one way or the other. So we're going to make sure that our drawings look natural as we make them. There's two different kinds of daisies we're going to draw. One is just the normal, daisy, and the other one is a black-eyed Susan, which is not a daisy necessarily, but keeps the same form. And we're going to draw it from the side like this, so you can see two different ways of drawing that kind of a flower. So I'd like you to start by writing the name down here at the bottom, and it's D-A-I-S. Y, daisy. Okay, and to do a daisy, you're going to start with just a circular center. Kind of start in the middle of your paper here. And you're just going to start with a circular center. So draw yourself a circle. Once you get the circle done, you're going to do the petals. Now the petals are longish ovals. They start at the center and they kind of bend out and then bend back down, and they kind of start like that. Now, like we said, we want to have our ovals being, natural looking. We're not going to make them all in perfect rows and really neatly next to each other. We're going to overlap some of them. So here's one that's overlapped underneath that petal. We can leave a space in between and maybe make this one a little bit cockeyed. Then let's take another one and overlap it this way. And if you need to, you can turn your paper as you work if it's more comfortable for your hand. I'm going to leave mine straight up just so you guys can see it nicely. But then here's another one. And maybe they're longer ones, maybe they're shorter ones. I'm going to, again, overlap it here and start kind of in the middle of that petal. Then I'm going to make a little space in between this one. Okay, and I'm just going to speed up now. You guys get the idea. You should be drawing now, so that you're following along with me and drawing really well. Make these drawings very nice, because you're going to use these as sketches to design the rest of your projects, depending on if we're doing a George O'Keeffe flower painting, or if we're doing a yarn print, or we're doing some other assignment that I haven't yet made up. You need to be having a good drawing to go along with. Okay, so once you get your petals done for your daisy, those nice little ovals, then you're going to put a stem on. The stem is kind of coming out the back, so you're going to pretend to draw here and you're going to overlap so that you have the stem coming down. And then daisies usually have a long little stem like that, and then they have a kind of scraggly leaf that come out opposite sides of the stem, kind of like that. Okay, so they also sometimes have little dots. The center has teensy tiny little stamen in it, and so little dots like that will make it look more like a daisy as well. Once you're finished with your daisy, give me a thumbs up so I know that you're done, and we'll move on to our next flower.